Good evening, Accorda. A warm welcome to our alumni and friends who are joining us from around the world. I'm standing in the dining hall of Trinity College, which by this time on Alumni Weekend would be filled with groups of alumni reuniting with their classmates and anticipating an evening of celebration and memories. Sadly this year the dining hall is empty and we are so disappointed not to be welcoming you in person. COVID-19 has impacted every aspect of our lives and we would like to thank the alumni community for your support and encouragement as we find new ways to engage with you in this virtual world. I am so pleased to welcome you to Inspiring Sounds, our first virtual concert for Trinity alumni and friends. Over the next hour, we will enjoy performances from 4 groups made up of current students and recent graduates, representing the cream of our musical talent. Chéile are an alumni trad group that you'll hear more about shortly. Rachel Croce is an internationally acclaimed soprano, accompanied by Aoife O'Sullivan on piano. 5 to 2 are a vibrant, fun 3-piece jazz group. Trinitones are an all-male a cappella group formed of current Trinity students. But first, I will hand over to the Provost and President of Trinity College Dublin, Dr. Patrick Prendergast.
Good evening all. Welcome to Inspiring Sounds, a summer concert for Trinity alumni and friends. I'm here in the saloon of the Provost's House, and throughout the evening you'll be transported to some of the college's best-loved buildings. We want to inspire you with this virtual concert, as we cannot currently welcome you here physically. Over the past 5 months since lockdown, we've really been exploring and accelerating the potential of online events. We've found that moving talks and lectures online has worked brilliantly, and it has grown our global community. For instance, Inspiring Ideas at Trinity, a series of conversations with outstanding alumni and professors, has engaged alumni around the world. In these challenging times, I think we all appreciate the opportunity to connect with each other and to feel part of Trinity wherever we are. This evening, we have something very special, a concert of different musical pieces, classical, traditional, and jazz. We've renowned performers, including alumni. It's the first time in Trinity that we've ever broadcast a virtual concert, and I venture it won't be the last. In our conception of the event, we imagine many of you listening in, perhaps over dinner or drinks. Edward Arnold, the college cellarer, has given suggestions for wine and food pairings. There is something very communal about the idea. So many of us, all over the world, listening to the same music with the same wine. We'll be together in sensation, if not in actuality. In just a few weeks, the Michaelmas term will start. It will be a Michaelmas term unlike any other. The campus will be closed to the public, except those who have booked online to see the Book of Kells, and there'll be no large lectures and few, if any, public talks. However, we will have face-to-face teaching for all students in a safe and socially distanced way, together with online lectures. And Trinity students, forever resourceful, will come up with safe ways for clubs and societies to continue their activities. So there will be activity on campus, but we'll be keeping an eye on what's happening with the virus, which can flare up so suddenly. Our paramount concern is the health and safety of students and staff. It's going to be a year like no other, but in many ways it will be business as usual. There's much to accomplish this year. We're looking forward to the opening of Printing House Square on the campus in the spring. It will provide 250 new student rooms, a college health centre, and much needed new sports facilities. And the Rubrics, the oldest building in the college, is being renovated to provide much needed staff accommodation with student rooms on the top floor. This coming year will also see significant progress on 3 Inspiring Generations priority projects: the redevelopment of the old library, the Trinity St. James Cancer Institute, and the Martin Naughton E3 Learning Foundry to co-educate engineers, natural scientists, and computer scientists. We're very excited about these projects and what they will mean for Trinity. We're looking forward to the final push to deliver our Inspiring Generations campaign targets this year. We're confident of meeting our targets, and we've been delighted and heartened by the response to the pandemic. Within weeks of launching an emergency appeal during lockdown, the Student Hardship Fund had raised €500,000 to support students to continue their studies. And just last week, a mystery alumnus donated €260,000 to pay the monthly stipends of Trinity PhD students whose lab-based projects were interrupted by lockdown and social distancing. It's this kind of generosity, this kind of solidarity that will allow us to pull through and to continue to deliver the research and education for which we are so renowned. I look forward to bringing you more updates throughout the academic year and to many more online engagements. Now, let's get started with this evening's entertainment. With this concert, we're proud to showcase new and emerging musical talent. And I'm delighted now to introduce our first performance. Chéile is a traditional Irish group comprised of 3 recent Trinity graduates: Lonergan, concertina, Aoife Nic Dhomhnaill, fiddle, and Libby McCrohan, bouzouki. The 3 alumni played trad sessions together throughout their time in Trinity, and they play regularly together now. They hope to bring you a piece of Ireland wherever you are in the world. Thank you.
c'est pas d'oreille J'ai ri de me voir si belle dans ce miroir. Et c'est toi, Marguerite. Et c'est toi, réponds-moi, réponds-moi, réponds vite. Non, non, ce n'est plus toi. Non, non, ce n'est plus ton visage. C'est la fille d'Arwa. C'est la fille d'Arwa. Ce n'est plus toi. Ce n'est plus toi. C'est la fille d'Arwa. On salit au passage. Oh, s'il était ici, s'il me voyait assis comme une demoiselle, il me trouverait belle. Comme une demoiselle, il me trouverait belle. Comme une demoiselle, il me trouverait belle. Achevons la métamorphose. Il me tarde encore d'essayer le bracelet et le collier. Dieu, c'est comme une main qui sur mon bras se pose. Je ris de me voir si belle dans ce miroir. Je ris de me voir si belle dans ce miroir. Et c'est toi, Marguerite. Et c'est toi, réponds-moi, réponds-moi, réponds vite. Oh, s'il était ici, s'il me voyait assis comme une demoiselle, il me trouverait belle. Comme une demoiselle, il me trouverait belle. Comme une demoiselle, il me trouverait belle. Marguerite, ce n'est plus toi, ce n'est plus ton visage. Non, c'est la fille d'Arwa qu'on salue au passage. Oh mio bambino caro, mi piace bello, bello, v'andare in porto rosso. si j'ai bonne mine et si ma basquine va bien ce matin, vous me trouvez la taille fine, vous me trouvez la taille fine. Les filles de Cadix mettent assez cela. Les filles de Cadix mettent assez cela. Les filles de Cadix mettent assez cela. Et nous dansions au boléro, à soir c'était dimanche. Et nous sommes bien taillés d'orgo, cousus d'eau et le chapeau, et le poing sur l'anche. Si tu veux de moi, Bruno doucerie, tu n'as qu'à le dire, c'est toi et toi. Passez votre chemin, passez votre chemin, les filles de Cadix n'entendent pas cela. Les filles de Cadix n'entendent pas cela. Les filles de Cadix n'entendent pas cela.
I hope you are enjoying our concert so far. I'm here in the stunning museum building, which was built between 1853 and 57 and designed by Thomas Dean and Benjamin Woodward. It was inspired by the Byzantine architecture of Venice and has over 108 highly decorated carved capitals. The many interior and exterior carvings were executed by Cork-born brothers John and James O'Shea, who gathered fresh flowers to use as their models. I'm delighted to introduce our next performance by young emerging talent, a jazz group featuring Matthew Breen on piano, Jonah Byrne on double bass, and Finn McCona on drums. They are called 5 to 2 and are performing in Regent House, just inside Front Arch.
Dum dum ba dum dum ba dum dum ba dum ba dum 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 ba dum dum ba dum dum ba dum ba dum. Do I attract you? Do I repulse you with my crazy smile? Am I too dirty? Am I too flirty? Do I like what you like? I could be wholesome, I could be loathsome, guess I'm a little bit shy. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me without making me try? I try to be like Grace Kelly, but all the looks were too sad. So I tried a little Freddie. I've got an identity man. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be happy, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. Gotta be green, gotta be mean, gotta be everything more. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Why don't you walk out the door? Dum dum ba dum dum ba dum dum ba dum ba dum. Help. How can I help it? How can I help it? How can I help what you think? Oh my baby, you my baby, putting my life on the brink. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Why don't you like yourself? Should have bent over, should have looked older just to be put on your shelf. I try to be like Grace Kelly, but all the looks were too sad. So I tried a little Freddie. I've got an identity man. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky.
I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like.
Gotta be green, gotta be mean, gotta be everything more. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Why don't you walk out the door and say what you want to satisfy yourself? Hey! 'Cause you only want what everybody else says you should want. Should want. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. Gotta be green, gotta be mean, gotta be everything more. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Walk out the door. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. Gotta be green, gotta be mean, gotta be everything more. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Walk out the door. Humpy, we're leaving. Ka-ching!
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. Come on, come through New York, New York. New York, New York. sleep and find I'm king of the hill, cream of the crop, king of the hill at the top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I make it there, I'll make it anywhere. Come on, come through New York, New York, New York. On Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger and I passed along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we tread lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I not making hay. Oh, I love too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her the secret sign that's known to the artists who have known true gods of sound and stone. And word and tint I did not stint, for I gave her poems to sing, and with her own name there and her own dark hair, like the clouds or the fields of May, on a quiet street where old ghosts meet, I see her walking down, away from me so hurriedly. My reason must allow, for I have loved not as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos, the clay he lose his wings at the dawn of day.
We have really enjoyed sharing our musical evening with you, and we hope it brings you closer to Trinity. and we look forward to welcoming you in person to the Alumni Room here in East Chapel someday soon. But for now, stay safe and keep in touch.
One, two, three, four. Bum bada bum bum, bum bada bum bada bum bum, bum bada bum bum, bum bada bum bada bum bum boom. Man walks down the street, he says, why am I soft in the middle now? Why am I soft in the middle? The rest of my life is so hard. I need a photo opportunity. I want a shot of redemption. Don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Bone digger, dogs in the moonlight, far away from my well-adored Mr. Beer Belly, get these mutts away from me, you know. I don't find this stuff amusing anymore. And if you'll be my bodyguard, I can be a long lost pal. And I can call you Betty, when you call me, you can call me Man walks down the street, he says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention, and oh, my nights are so long. Where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model? Now that my role model is gone. He ducked back down the alley with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. All along and along there were incidents and accidents, there were hints and allegations. And if you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. And I can call you Betty, when you call me, you can call me. I can call the bodyguard, I can call a long-lost pal. Man walks down the street, it's a street in a strange world, and maybe it's the third world, and maybe it's my first time around. He doesn't speak the language, he holds no currency, he is a foreign man, he is surrounded by the sound, cattle in a marketplace, scatterings and orphanages. He looks around and around, he sees angels in the architecture, spinning in infinity. He says, amen and hallelujah, hallelujah, amen. And if you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. And I can call you Betty, when you call me, you can call me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. And if you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. Forever and ever, hallelujah, hallelujah. And I can call you Betty, when you call me, you can call me King of Kings, Lord of Lords. And if you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. And I can call you Betty, when you call me, you can call